Watch the introduction video or look below to see how these sessions are put together and what's in it and what not. A very good day to you all. I would like to start with a grounding meditation. So please be comfortable, sitting down or perhaps lying down with some pillows, whatever you like today. Then place your hands on your knees, open or closed, or in your lap, and close your eyes. First, you take a few deep cleansing breaths. If you like, you can breathe out through the mouth. And push all the air out. So push your abdominal muscles, pull them in, and push all the air out. Be totally empty. And then breathe in again through the nose. And then return to your own tempo, to your own breath. Breathing in and out through the nose. And do not try to change anything on your breath. Normally when you start thinking about your breath, you immediately start changing something. Just try to let it follow its own way. In and out through the nose. Then listen to the sounds around you, outside. Only listening to them, noticing they're there, but you don't have to do anything with them. And you listen to the sounds a bit closer to you, maybe in the room where you are. And then listen to the sounds even closer to you. Perhaps you can hear yourself breathe. Perhaps you can even hear your blood flow or your heartbeat. And now that the attention is inside your body, you go back to your breath and you try to notice what you feel inside when you breathe. So perhaps you feel your belly falling and rising as you breathe in and out. Notice that. Only noticing, nothing more. And perhaps as you breathe in, you feel a fresh flow of air at the tip of your nose or your upper lip coming in the lungs. And as you breathe out, that flow of air is a bit warmer, warmed up by your body. Perhaps you can feel your clothes rubbing against your skin as you breathe in and out. Things you normally do not take notice of, but now you're really investigating. Now for a couple of moments, try to follow your flow of breath As you breathe in all the way deep into your abdomen, imagine it's going there. And as you breathe out all the way back, and try to follow that. And slowly open your eyes, but keep your attention inward. And we'll go to the first pose, which is the caterpillar. You sit up straight. Lengthen your spine for now. And try to feel both of your sitting bones. Maybe you have to get rid of some flesh down there. And then you slowly bend forward, letting your hands land wherever they land, and try to find your first edge. So not too deep, not too much stress, but just a little, and you stay there. You relax, try to relax all of your muscles. Then you go to that place in your body that asks for your attention. You try to stay there, giving it warmth, so you can slowly open up, releasing tension. So the energy, chi or prana, can flow again. Perhaps you notice that you're relaxing more and more, letting go. Very gently opening up. Perhaps you notice that you can go a bit deeper, or perhaps there's quite some stress on your back or your knees or legs, and you want to pull back out a little bit. So please do. It's very important to listen to your body. It always tells you what to do. Know that you can always change in the pose. Yin is never yin. And if the pose is enough for you, then you come out always. And it can be different each day or each time you do this pose. So try to accept each thing you encounter in this moment. Slowly coming out of the pose, pushing yourself up bit by bit, very slowly so you won't get dizzy. And then you feel. Notice what happens when you let go of the tension you just brought on your body. It's very important to stay aware of what is happening, because this time, these moments after the pose are just as important as the pose itself. So take your time to notice any changes, how small they might be. And even if you don't feel anything, that's perfectly fine. That will come. Just give it some time. The next pose is called the shoelace. In order to do that, you place your left leg beside you and your right one, place it or in front of you, or if you have more space, just a little bit beside you, or perhaps you can fold it all the way over. And sit up straight now for now and feel what it does to you. Do you feel already a lot of stress in the right side of your upper leg? Or are you thinking, I don't know what she's talking about, but I don't feel anything? In that case, you can slowly come forward, placing your hands or on your knees or on the floor, bending over. Not too far, just until that moment you feel a little bit of stress, and you hold there for time. Relax. keeping your attention in your body. Trying to open it up by being there in that spot that asks for your attention. Perhaps you can feel it opening up already for a little bit. You can go a bit deeper in the pose. And deeper doesn't always mean physical, but it can also be mentally. Being present in your body. Being less distracted about the things that you hear around you. Gently coming out of the pose, untangling your legs, keeping your legs straight forward or your feet on the floor, knees up. Perhaps you want to move a little, perhaps not. But stay aware of what is happening now. Now you release the tension in your body. Perhaps your right leg feels bigger or taller, or it's a bit sore. That's okay because you worked it. It'll be fine again, don't worry. Just give it some time. And then we'll go to the other side. So now place your right leg next to you. And if your ankle feels not so great, then please put a pillow or a blanket underneath. So you shouldn't have pain, to make it as comfortable as you can. And then the left leg, you place it or in front of you, or if you have more room in your hips, more space, then you cross it over the right one, and perhaps you can cross it all the way. And again, just sit and feel in your body the tension, the stress that you have put on your tissues. And just sit for a moment like that, and if you don't feel anything, you can carefully bend over until you feel that first edge, resting your hands on your knees or on the floor before you. Just find your own pose. letting go of any tension in the muscles, be it very subtle or perhaps on one or the other out breaths you feel an instant relaxation. It can be anything. And the more you let go of any tension in the muscles, the better you can target your tissues, putting a little bit of stress on them. Always just a little bit. You never should be in pain. Putting a little bit of stress on them so you can slowly open it up again. So relax, let go. Taking your time to come out of the pose very gently, and again moving or not moving. The windshield wipers are just sitting still and staying very aware of the changes in your body. Do whatever feels good right now, this moment. Keeping your attention inward. Which sensations do you notice? Perhaps it's a warm feeling. Perhaps it's a bit sore. Perhaps you feel some energy flowing. It can be everything. And even if you don't feel anything, it's perfectly fine. Now you come lying on your back into the happy baby. So grab your left foot, if that's possible. If not, you grab your ankle or your knee and you just move your foot around wherever it can go. Bring your knee to the floor. Pretend you're in a rowing boat. Just do very funny things with them, just like a baby would do. So gently opening up the hips. exploring all the possible movements. And remember, it's really fun. Not too serious. That's life already outside of your room or wherever you are doing your practice right now. So be playful. And place your foot on the floor and feel again. Notice what all those movements have done in your hip and in your legs and perhaps in your back. Give it some time. And then you grab your right foot or ankle or upper leg, depending on how much space you have. And you do the same thing all over again. So again, have some fun. Notice the difference between the left side and the right side. Perhaps this side's more open, you have more space. Your whole body is built in different kinds of ways, left and right, especially the hip. So it's possible on the right side you are more flexible than on the left, or the other way around. And again, placing your right foot back on the floor. Notice all the sensations that arise. Now let's come to rest again. Difference between left and right. Do they feel equal now, or is there still a difference? Only noticing. So now we've opened up the hips a bit, we can safely go into the saddle pose. And you decide for yourself, of course, if you can do the whole saddle or you want to do the half one, left and right. So you sit down and bring your left leg beside you. Feel your sitting bones and just place your hands behind you on the floor and notice how that feels. Any sensations yet? If not, You can gently go a bit deeper, landing on your elbows. If you still think, wow, this is a joke, then you go and lie down. And always be kind to yourself, so use bolsters, pillows, blankets, whatever suits you, whatever feels good today, this moment. Because when you do this practice tomorrow, it can feel totally different. You can always intensify the pose a little bit by bringing your right knee outward, or also your left knee. You can also choose for hugging your right knee if that feels good. Always welcome to try, and if it is not okay for today, then you bring your leg back on the floor. Always experiment a little. If you're normally used to being in the same way in a pose each time you're in it, then it might be challenging to the next time to change a little bit and see how that feels. Because you also change minute by minute, second by second. And next time you're in a class, why don't you try a different spot in the room? You probably notice that everybody has more or less a bit the same spot. So changing that now and then can also bring you new perspectives, as does every change in life. Try to make it as comfortable as possible for yourself. So you won't be lying there like, oh, when is my time up? And if that happens, you always come out. Or you change something in the pose. gently coming out of the pose, perhaps rolling onto your side to release your left leg, or perhaps you can just come up and be sure to use your abdominal muscles to help you. And again, sit, lie, child pose, whatever you like. And feel. And if you are in the full saddle, you can come out, but you can also stay if you're really comfortable there. Perhaps you want to rub your leg. Or massage your back a little. Taking all the time you need. And if you still need a bit of time, you just rest. And if you can do the other side or back into the full one again, then you do that. So you bring your right leg beside you, and if your ankle hurts, then please place a blanket or a pillow underneath. And bring your hands behind you on the floor and feel. Is it easy? Do you feel already some stress? Then you just stay there, it's all fine. And if you can go a bit deeper, then come on to your elbows. Or even lie down on a bolster supported by anything. Or if you are flexible enough, just like that. And know that you don't have to prove anything to yourself. The only thing you have to do to yourself is to be kind. So not feeling pain. If you can't do a full breath in and out, that breath you normally do when you really relax, then you know you've gone too far and you should come out a bit. Release some of the stress. So, I can't stress it often enough. Be kind to yourself. This side is probably different than the other one. You might have noticed that already. Has to do with how you're built, how the pelvis is built, your hips, where the holes in the pelvis are, where your hip bone goes in. And that is probably different on each side. So you can never expect both sides to be equally flexible. Then bring your attention to your breath and try to breathe into that spot that you notice the most in your body. And imagine that breath is really a fresh flow of air, blowing a fresh wind through there, taking with it all the residue that has been clogged up for a while. And as you breathe out, you see it just leaving the body. In case your mind has wandered off again, and don't be mad, but only notice it, nothing more. And then you bring your attention back to your body, back to where you were. Breathing in and out, washing away all the obstructions. Gently coming out of the pose, rolling onto your side, or perhaps you can come up straight, being supported by your abdominal muscles. Take your time, because this pose is quite intense. Move around, sit still, lie down, sit down, child's pose. Feel what your body needs right now. Keeping the attention inward. Feel deep into your body. What are the sensations? Or do you just feel happy because you're finally out of this pose? All is possible. So try never to think, oh, I shouldn't be feeling this. I shouldn't. Well, it's happened. So accept it as it is. And the next one will be the sleeping swan. So come on your hands and your knees. And before we do that one, we just round our back and breathe out. And as you breathe in, you make your back hollow, and if you're not restricted in your neck, you look up. And you breathe out, round the back in your own tempo. And your last breath, and you end in the middle. Then you bring your right knee to your right hand, and your right foot goes to the left hand, or close to. Depends on how many space you have in your hips. And then you slide your left leg behind you, not too far, no pain. And if your knee is uncomfortable, you place a blanket or a pillow underneath the knee or above the knee. Can be very different, always different for everybody. But make sure that if you feel something, you place something underneath it. Notice how that feels. If there's already enough stress in the leg or in your back or wherever in your body, then you stay there. And if you have more space, you can slowly come forward and be a beautiful sleeping swan. Place any bolsters or pillows underneath the left side of your upper body, which can be quite nice. Keeps you from pressing your knee in the groin or in your lower belly. So do whatever feels comfortable for you. Then you bring your attention to your breath. Can you follow it? Coming into your body. And perhaps you feel the restriction because you're lying down on your belly and it cannot expand the way it used to expand. Only noticing, nothing more. Breathing in and out in your own tempo, your own pace. Relax your neck. Relax the shoulders. Relax your face. And smile. Because this is fun. Waking up. There are several ways to come out of this pose. You just do the one you're used to. You can slide your leg back behind you and rest on your belly, lying down with your forehead on your hands or your cheek on the floor. Or you can push yourself up using your abdominal muscles and then come into child's pose. Or perhaps you'd rather sit down. You can vary each time, depending on how you feel, depending on what your body needs. So keep listening to your body. You know that shell you live in all your life? So try to cherish it. It helps you accomplishing everything you want in this life. Breathing in and out. So again, we moved the buttocks in this pose, just as in the shoelace. The muscles going down all the way to the knee, the right side, right outer side of your upper leg. It doesn't make any difference now. Do you feel difference between the first one in the shoelace and this one? Is it already opener? Could be. Accept it the way it is. Do not expect anything. Just observe. And when you're ready, you'll go to the other side. So you come on your hands and knees. And then your left knee goes to your left hand. And your left foot approaches the right. Yes, now I said it right. So it doesn't matter in which angle you can bring your leg. Perhaps it's 90 degrees. It all depends on how you're built. But it can be less. So you don't have to press anything, of course. Then slide your right leg behind you. Again, if needed, some pillows, blankets. And then notice how that feels. If it's enough, you stay. If you have more space, then you come slowly forward, perhaps placing a bolster on the right side of your upper body, or placing your forehead on a block, whatever you like. And you just hold there for time. Relax. Again, you bring your attention to that place in your body that you feel the most. And try to notice how much stress you have put on that part of your body. Is it like it's on the edge? Or do you really feel quite painful? Then come back always. Pull back if you feel pain. Or do you feel just the right stress? The kind of stress that you will be able to let go in time. Letting go by staying present, relaxing all tension there, so it will soften after a little while. And perhaps you can notice that, and perhaps not, and it's all okay, whatever you do or do not feel. It is already very important that your attention is pointed inward in your body, making contact, attempting to listen to your body, what it needs, how it feels. Are you glad, or do you have to wake up, coming out of this pose in a position that you really like right now? Lying down on your belly or on your back in a child's pose. To keep your attention inward. Notice any changes. Perhaps your leg feels longer or broader, thicker, thinner. Whatever comes to your mind when you feel into that leg. Also notice the difference, if any, between the first time you did this in the shoelace pose and now. You feel less sore, or did you feel sore at all from the start? It's all fine. And also notice the difference between left and right. And turn around, come lie on your back. Hugging the knees. And place your hands on your knees and make small circles. And you bring your attention to your lower back, which you are giving a gentle massage right now. So move very slowly, really micro movements, so you can follow each and every little change or twitch or sensation. And then the other way around. Gently massaging your lower back. Making circles very slowly. And ending in the middle. Spreading your arms, opening your palms, and very slowly dropping your knees to the right side towards the floor. And perhaps you need a pillow underneath, because you try to keep both shoulders on the floor, if possible, at least close to the floor. So again, you use all the pillows you like to make yourself comfortable. And if you like, you can turn your head to the left to have a bit of a deeper twist in the spine. And breathing in and out, finding your way in this pose. If you feel comfortable enough, you can try to bring your left arm overhead, bringing a little bit more stress on the left side of your upper body. And see how that feels. You can always bring your arm back or even lay your arm on your upper body. Also, you can draw the knees a bit more inward or lower them. Whatever suits your needs in this moment. all the waste you have freed in your body could be still wandering around, trying to find a new place to hide. So imagine now that all that waste is being gathered in your spine, and through the spine you let it wash away deep into the earth, through the tailbone all the way down. You can imagine it going all the way down to your legs, through your feet, deep into the earth, or through the tailbone. Rolling your head back to the middle, followed by your arms back to your upper body. Using your abdominal muscles to roll on your back. Placing your feet flat on the floor, legs straight, hugging your knees. Again, whatever comes to you first. Notice anything going on now you release the stress on your spine. And when you're ready, you can go to the other side. If not, you just stay where you are, do your own tempo. You'll be in the pose for a while, so if you don't want to, you come later. So again, bringing your knees back to your upper body, hugging your knees. Spread your arms, palms up, and then slowly let them drop to the floor, the left side. Changing pillows, changing sides. And perhaps you have a lot of more space in this side, or perhaps you're a bit more restricted. That's totally fine, of course. Try to make sure to keep both shoulders on the floor or close to the floor, and make yourself as comfortable as possible. Perhaps turning your head to the right, finding your pose for this moment. Wherever you can find still a bit of resistance in your body, breathe into that. And as you breathe out, you gently wash away that resistance, letting it flow away through the tailbone or through the legs and the soles of your feet deep into the earth. Or simply breathe it out, whatever comes naturally. So breathe into that resistance and breathe it out. Let it go. Go look for your inner smile. Is it still there? Or was it away for a little while? Bring it back to the foreground. And remember to enjoy what you're doing. Fully enjoying your pose, fully enjoying the moment with your inner smile. Rolling your head back to the middle, bringing your arms to your upper body, using your abdominal muscles to turn on the back. Breathing in and out. Perhaps you feel some energy flowing. Perhaps you're just happy you're out of this pose in one piece. Whatever it is, those are your sensations, and they're brilliant. Then make yourself comfortable for the last pose, Shavasana. Perhaps a pillow on your head, perhaps you want to wear some warm socks, cover yourself with a blanket, or perhaps a bolster under your knees, which can be very comfortable. Opening your arms, laying them beside you with palms up, your legs a bit wider than hip width apart. Now you try to investigate what all these poses have done for your body today. Do you feel more relaxed, or is there some tension anywhere? Only notice that, like you tick a box and nothing else. So investigate your body. Try to stay alert, but if you fall asleep, then that's also totally fine and you probably need it. Becoming aware of the space you lie in and slowly waking up your body. Notice what it needs. bit of wiggling, or deep yawn, stretch, or perhaps lying on your side for a while, taking your time, and if you're ready, you come to sit with your eyes closed. Then rubbing your hands warm, building up some nice energy. And when they're warm, you place them in front of your eyes and let the energy of gratitude flow into your body. Thanking yourself that you gave yourself really nice attention today. And let it flow in deep into the cells, deep into the quarks, into the smallest parts of your body. When you're ready, remove your hands. Thank you. Bye.